Are you doing what you love to do? I am Mayur Patnala Kankanala, and I am doing what I love to do. Not 1 year, 2 years, but 20 long years. For me, it's volunteering. And for all the 20 long years, I have been doing what I love to do. And I am here to present two central ideas with each one of you. The first one, if we are able to discover what we love to do, if we are able to pursue what we love to do with our life decisions, and also if we are able to persist over long periods of time, for me it was 20 years, magical things will happen. The second central idea that I am going to present for your consideration is when we do volunteering, when we believe in collaboration, and when we do this without expectation of name, money, power, for longer periods, we will achieve results which we can't even imagine that happened in my life and many of our lives. The first idea, let me present it to you through my personal story. Let's deep dive into it. I discovered what I love, that is volunteering, when I went to my college, university in BITS planning. In the rural Rajasthan, I hail from a rural Vijayanagaram district from Andhra Pradesh, proud son of a government college lecturer and homemaker, Roja and Harihara Rao. And I was doing pretty well with academics, with a dual degree in mechanical and computer science. But there is some incompleteness. With 0% attendance policy in our college, there are a lot of clubs to experiment, and I experimented 6 times. Sponsorship club, dance club, journalism club. After 6 failed attempts, when we found out our own voluntary club, when we founded our own volunteering club, I think I discovered what I love to do, because 24/7 I was on. Awesome happiness state of mind and heart and mind working together. Wow, I felt. And then I would also like to share with you how we collective like-minded volunteers together discovered what we want to contribute to. It was the time of APJ Abdul Kalam sir's presidentship, and he spoke about contributing to developed India 2020. And we said we will contribute with 2 campaigns: save 1 rupee per day for the nation, teach 1 hour per day for the nation. And we started teaching 25 kids in the campus, children of mesbayas and rickshawalas. And there is one rickshawala daughter, Kashi Ramkaji's daughter, who suddenly stopped coming to our classes. So we went into the rural Rajasthan, into the villages to find out that she dropped out of education itself because she is doing daily wage along with the mother. And then because father met with an accident. That's the first face-off with extreme poverty. And we have decided that whatever it takes, we will contribute to building a nation where every child, no child, especially girl child, drops out of education. We came back to the campus and we started campaigning about our goal, and realities of has hit us hard, both with encouraging things and also discouraging things. Encouraging things like we put a thing about volunteers for call for action, and we got 30 turnout we expected, but 120 turned out. Vice Chancellor, faculty, students, wow, these many people want to contribute to developed India. We felt really good. But at the same time, we also are encountered with questions that we don't have money, you're not sons and daughters of Tatas or Birlas. Then I have personally sat for myself, and if I have to continue to do what I have loved to do, then I've taken 3 critical life decisions. Number 1, because it's not a small goal, then I decided that I will spend my entire life into this. Number two, because volunteering cannot pay, I have decided that I'll limit my expenditure to 25,000 rupees a month for a lifetime. And number three, not to get distracted, I promised myself that I'll not get into pursuit of either property or any business. Initially thought of not marrying, then proposed and married a fellow Nirmanite volunteer, Madhuri. Thanks to her, I shared my thoughts very, very transparently. This is the personal side of it. Now discovery happened and then pursuing happened. Now this persistence, I would like to share with you, introduce the second central idea. That is volunteering and collaboration when done without expectation of money, name, power over a long period, the results will be unimaginable, and I will going to present to you 3 experiences of what this collective of like-minded volunteers have achieved over 20 years. The first one being education. The girl child story where we stopped. Got into IBM before I dropped out of the corporate. And then we were doing this, we were going and doing the need assessment. We realized that one of the government schools has 18% pass percentage, and we worked, this collective of volunteers worked with the help of the corporates where they are working for, we could transform it into 18% to 84%, 300 enrollments to 1200 enrollments. Wow, we felt. Then we scaled it up to hundreds of schools across the country in 25 states of India. Then we were talking about what about these children after the education. Then we felt that we constructed a program of scholarships and mentoring throughout, and happy to share the story of this 7 girl children. Kalyani, who is not there, she is from a former background and she has completed IM Trichy now. She got into a corporate. Shweta got into MBBS and completed doctor, and now she is aspiring oncologist fighting against cancer. Radhika got into Cognizant, into software engineering. Banu is with us today. She is into digital marketing, into her own team. And Sirisha got into Azim Premji University, where they are talking about aspiring politician now. We should not forget sports. Trisha played for under 19 for all of us, representing you and me, and India won in Africa. Chikita, she has done archery from a tribal villages in Telangana, and now she is playing global matches and competitions. For all the 7 powerful stories which I have told you, and for every child, especially girl child who has crossed all the limits, have shown talent and hard work, who proved that if we are able to give, just opportunity and exposure, they will prove themselves. This clap belongs to every such child. This powerful experience of in education, it has enabled this collective of individuals coming together with like-mindedness, with foundational things of volunteering and collaboration and its values, have done amazing results. And do you know how many it has happened? From 25 kids in 20 years, we have meaningfully impacted, this collective impacted, I witnessed 35 lakh underprivileged people till now. With 6,000 rupees a month of donations in 2005, it is now 400 crores of Indian rupees throughout this. Magic happens. Let's get to the second story. COVID happened, unprecedented. In the COVID, there was wearing PPE kids came out of the office. We have set up 40 people in the office with our permission from all our families. We were living and we went to TIMS, Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences. We were hearing every day in and day out about 130 lives between Gandhi Hospital and TIMS. We were losing lives, and we thought that this number should come down. We were only praying every day, this number should come down. But only till we met that single girl in TIMS who lost her father and crying a lot. And when I asked the doctor in TIMS, he told it is because of lack of ICUs. And then we all as a collective again came forward, and 21 record days we have built 150 ICU beds, 4 floors in TIMS. Wow. It didn't end there. We went on, this collective went on to build 10 tertiary hospitals in Hyderabad, 10 tertiary hospitals, ICUs. It didn't stop there. There was a person who's coming from Adilabad and saying that, I lost my mother during this travel. Then we've decided that we have to go to rural, and we have set up many rural ICUs in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Jharkhand. Let me present to you, near to 2,000 new ICU beds were presented by this collective of individuals, organizations, corporates, and NRIs, philanthropists, everyone, in 120 government hospitals. I think it's a major one. Magic happens. Let us go to this. There's an IAS officer. Divya Devarajan IAS is a classmate at my college. She called me suddenly and asked, Mayur, do you worry about, do you become sad when you hear that tigers get extinct? Of course, Divya. She asked subsequent question. Mayur, do you know that humans are getting extinct? There are primitive tribes called PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Kolams, Totis, Chenchus, in our own Telangana. In Adilabad, Totis are there. Do you know only 4,000 people are left out? I didn't answer. But I told to this collective group of individuals and corporates, and one of the corporate came forward, and we all went to that village, the very village that you're seeing, Chinna Chinchu Ghat in Adilabad. And do you know, in 3 years, we were able to get that village from below poverty line to above poverty line with sustainable livelihoods. Every single family of this 40 tribal habitations, every single household got into 40,000 rupees income upgrade in terms of per capita income. That means that this entire tribal habitation moved from below poverty line to above poverty line, and which is unbelievable. And then we said, we continued with 27 such villages. This collective having the strength of lot of like-minded individuals, then organizations, then NRIs, philanthropists, volunteers. On 23rd of November, we started something called Gramin Bharat Initiative. 40 of the corporate leaders. In my knowledge, it didn't happen. Moved to Mulugu district by collaborating with the rural development minister and the collectors to remotest part of Mulugu, and have done need assessment. And do you know what happened? Already 6 villages got signed up, and this year we are targeting 100 tribal village adoptions. India lives in villages. The very purpose with which we started is because Abdul Kalam sir told about call for action, that not only people representatives, but every walk of life, including students in schools and colleges, have to contribute to developed India, and we have to achieve by 2020, and that job is not done yet. And we are going to make it happen before we leave this Mother Earth. 700,000, that is 7 lakh Indian villages are there, and we are going to set some inspiring examples, and we are going to take one village at a time, and we are going to enable the transformation for this. Ripple effect. Ripple effect will not be just in terms of when you volunteer. It doesn't happen just with in the field that we take up, but also it happens in our personal lives. It happened with me as well. My father always dreamt of me as becoming an IAS officer. But somehow my madness, doing what I love to do. Then I continued doing it, but unfulfilled wish. 2019, I lost my father a few years back, but no, it's physically no more. But few years back in 2019, I got an opportunity to share my learning experience of social entrepreneurship on how to solve social problems to 120 IAS and IPS and civil servants. And I did dedicate, like in cricket, to Sachin, he says like this, right? So I also did like this. To every parent of every volunteer who supports, this dedication goes. And then not only that, we don't apply for awards, especially recognitions, just because of the fact that we have to work on our fundamental philosophy of do everything without expectation of name, money, power. Henceforth, we didn't apply. But magic did happen. US government on its own recognized, nominated, and introduced to 15 social impact leaders across the world. I didn't represent myself. Huh? I represented all this collective of corporates and individuals and presented our stories, which all the 15 countries' social impact leaders have really liked it, and this has become a very powerful collective for the society. Now, not only this, you're waiting for this IVH, I know. Even if you're not waiting, I'm making you wait. But our volunteers who have worked with us, one person with the name Om Prakash, recently now the count of civil servants whom we are trying, officer trainees, have become 826 from 2019 to 2024. And you know what happened? When I went to recent batch, I was explaining the story about these various success stories, how do you build, etc. And then one of the girl has come onto the stage and explained to their batch of 120, it said, you know what? I am a Nirmanite at Bitsplani chapter. Now I am IPS in Gujarat. And I would like to recommend everyone to join Nirmaan. Wow. Change makers are everywhere. Do you know this happens? As we close, IVH. I for intentions. V for values. H for hard work. Anyone who contributes with these pure intentions, with values and puts in continuous hard work. Here is the idea, friends, that nothing below the earth and above the sun can stop us from achieving your and my goal. I would like to conclude by saying, I am doing what I love to do. Are you doing what you love to do? Thank you. We have only one passion, the rise of a great nation. Thank you so much.